Yes, friends, up on jack stands yet again. Let's go. Okay, here's the Impreza. Front clip removed. It's the only way I can actually do any work underneath the car. The reason why is because I have that skid plate there. We can talk about that a little bit later. So I'm doing an oil change, and I figured I'd do a bunch of other things at the same time. Mainly, something that I've been wanting to do for the longest time, which is I installed a heat shield to go with some of the heat shield wrap for my aftermarket exhaust. The reason for this is the exhaust typically radiates heat upwards into the engine bay, causing the entire engine to heat soak. And the OEM exhaust manifold had a built-in heat shield, and that blocks a lot of that heat, right? As a stopgap measure, I wrapped it with some of that foil stuff over there, but now you can see there's actually a big plate down there, and I custom built it, and it looks kind of weird, but I think it'll do the job. I'm kind of happy about that. It took a while to fabricate. I did it many months ago. I just never wanted to install it until today. It's a nice day today. So the car's getting new oil, 5W30 today. I'm going to be using some Castrol Edge. Sometimes use Pennzoil, depending on which one's on sale. But 5W30 because I run the car a little bit hotter than most people, and I live in sunny, warm California. So we don't really get any freezing cold temperatures that warrants a 0-820 for cold weather, right? 0-820 probably run the engine a little bit more efficient. It's a little bit thinner oil, but 5W30, even in the manual, it says you can run 5W30, so that's what I do. So yeah, that's my heat shield down there. I have that skid plate over there that I added just, I don't know, because I just wanted to get my hands dirty and fabricate something, right? But it's a pain in the ass because I'll have to have these like mounting holes here, which bolt directly to part of the chassis here. And one thing about skid plates, guys, when you mount them into the holes under here, or is it this one here? That one's fine. This one got torn out because, well, I ran over something pretty hard. And what's wrong with my car? Okay, so I have this skid plate under here, right? And it's a DIY thing, and sometimes the skidding doesn't actually work, right? And I have a little bit of a broken front bumper here. You know, a lot of people say, oh yeah, Jason, your car looks pretty clean. It's like, it's not clean. It's got a lot of cosmetic things going on, right? Most of it has to do with this front bumper. The approach angles on this car are terrible. And if you lower the car, you have to deal with that lowered life. It tore it out. So I gotta figure something out. Maybe I'll put something underneath it, behind it. Or maybe I get rid of it altogether. But anyway, that's the drippy drips for the oil. And we're gonna take a look at this oil a little bit later to see how dark it is. But hey, I found out where my car leaks oil. And it's not like it burns oil, knock on wood. It leaks from the cam carriers a little bit over here. But I think this tube here, I'm not sure what this is, an oil return line of some sort. It squirts oil out of this little hose clamp at high pressures. So you can see around all this area here is kind of wet, and then as the car's moving forward, it sprays it backwards. So you can see that there's some spray. So under high RPMs, high load, I think this is where the main bit of oil comes out. I know now where it is. So not really going to do much about it. I'm going to let it continue doing what it does because engine's been pretty good as it is. I'm in the Subaru right now, and I've had enough of the stock ECU tune. No, stock ECU tune is great, especially with the stock internals and intake and exhaust, right? That tune for me has been really great, but I have had experience with other tunes, and I'm about to open my Rev 7 tune here and install it now that my smog test has passed, right? So I'm going to install this right now. You guys can watch. Where's my mouse? Okay, here we go. Boom. Ready? So this is ECU Flash. It's a Flash program for a bunch of different cars, including Subarus. And the tune that I have is the CVT Rev 7 tune for 91, 93 octane. This is from Throttle Happy and from Australia. And I mentioned a while ago that I reached out to him just to try to get an extra tune from being a previous customer. And he was happy to do so. You guys might be able to catch him online on Facebook. That's where I usually talk to him. And he does really good work. It's just kind of hard to catch him, that's all, right? But a tune on these cars really changes how the car behaves. It's like going from eco mode to an aggressive sport mode. I'm not sure about gas mileage or anything like that, but I typically don't really care. I just like driving my car as is, right? And it's an economy car anyway, so 2-liter engine's not going to suck too much gas, even with a heavy foot, compared to like any kind of turbo car, right? Because that's basically what you're doing, is you're just forcing more fuel into the engine to be burned, and that's why turbo cars and other kind of high powered cars get more power, because they're just burning more fuel, right? But this little 2-liter engine can only push so much fuel, right? But if you want to maximize the performance of a little FP20 or FP25, get yourself an aftermarket tune, and you'll probably really start noticing a difference. So there it is. While I was talking, it was uploading the Flash tune, and once it's done, just click OK here. You can see the car is in this like kind of weird state right now. Just gotta turn it off, and then turn it back on, and it's basically it, right? So now my car should have this new Rev 7 tune, and we're gonna go enjoy this new aggressive tune. Talk to you guys later. Bye.